Enough at all. Moving on, though, and this is very exciting. It's time to meet our next guest.
Bunch of flowers.
He's as British as that big-ass clock and this mob.
If you wanna be my lover.
Man, that's a catchy tune. And unlike those two that just sit there or dance maniacally, Eddie Izzard is the full entertainment package. Eyeliner and heels included. Actor on the stage and screen, winner of 2 Emmys for his writing and lending his voice to many animated flicks.
Hey, back off.
Eddie's career began on the stand-up circuit. He has since been hailed as the greatest British stand-up comedian of his generation and the funniest man in England by comic legend John Cleese. In town for his one-man show Stripped, the next few minutes should prove to be rather entertaining.
Bunch of flowers.
Please welcome Eddie Izzard. Welcome. Now, the new show is called Stripped. Is this where we finally get to see you do stand-up naked?
The whole show is naked. I come on naked. It's the first act. There's an interval. I put clothes on in the interval. No one can actually see that happening because it's an interval. Then I come back out, take the clothes off, come back out naked. And yeah, it's just mainly a naked show. But it won't seem that. It's a 3D trick, and most people think I'm wearing clothes or have an extraordinary body that I don't really have.
It's still naked, but it's G rating, which is good.
Yes. It's what is G rating? Is that good? Is G good?
Good gangster? I don't even know. But now, I'm a big fan of your stand-up. And I've seen in other shows you concisely described the Bible in about 5 minutes. You've done canteen work on the Death Star for the Star Wars movie. Is there any other topics that you're hitting with this show?
Well, I've tried to sort of... I think I might be going through similar areas. I'm just trying to talk about the entire history of the universe from beginning to the end with a few gaps in because you can't really get through all of it because I've left out the Anglo-Saxons. But Darwin's in there, Greeks, the Battle of... that one that 300... What was the battle? The Battle of Thermopylae. The Spartans' Battle of Thermopylae and stuff like that. Cavemen, God, does he exist? Of course he doesn't. And otherwise, why would I be here?
No, it's wonderful watching these highlights. It's a journey of outfits for you. Famously, you've dressed up in women's dresses and a bit of transvestism.
I wear dresses. They're not women's dresses. They're my dresses. I buy them. It's like when women... If women wear trousers,
yes,
they're not cross-dressing. They're not wearing men's trousers. They're wearing trousers. Back in the 30s and 40s, it was, you're wearing men's trousers. You can't do that. The United Nations are going to have something to say with that, even though they weren't invented in the 30s.
Was that an interesting thing, though, when you started to move into Hollywood and get accepted in the States? Was that a thing that was hard for them to get their head around?
Ish. It was weird because I started taking off without... I'd already told my friends I was transvestite, but I hadn't told the press. I thought I'd better tell the press before it becomes a secret. I told them, they didn't believe it. I put a dress on, they believed it. They said I look a mess. I got that. Then I went to America. I thought I'd do this all in one go to get it over with. Then they said, oh, it's all about being drag comedian. I said, no, the makeup's got nothing to do with the comedy. I'll just do surreal comedy. So audiences came to see what I was wearing and then thought, oh, he doesn't change any clothes. So then they went away. So it was a confusing thing. But now I'm in boy mode. This tour is in boy mode. The last one was in girl mode. The next one will probably be in girl mode or boy mode or duck mode, maybe. I don't know.
I would just like to say I also am a great fan of your stand-up. I think you look great in a dress.
I think I can look great in a dress, and I think I can look good in trousers, and I can also look kind of rough. As is most of the planet, not Mr. Brad Pitt, who couldn't look great in anything, but having worked with him on Oceans and with George.
Of course. Let me ask you something. Talking about Hollywood, right? Hollywood, comedians have taken over. This seems to be the great era of the comedian. You've taken over Hollywood. You can stack out stadiums. But even Jon Stewart has taken over from Walter Cronkite. Why do we want to hear, listen to, go to?
Okay, well, I would slightly disagree with you on that they've taken over Hollywood because I feel they've always been there since way back. I mean, Chaplin, you know, from the biggest, hugest world stuff on the beginning of the film industry.
But there was one or two of them. I mean, it's now you're everywhere.
Well, I'd say there were a lot there we just don't know of anymore. All the Matt Sennett comedies, you know, if you look at the Chaplin film, you can see all the comedies in there, Lauren Hardy, blah, 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 and the Keystone Cops. But what I'd say now is that in the 60s and 70s, people paid money to buy heart and soul from the Beatles, the Stones, all those bands. Then now you get music that's kind of packaged. There's people who are singing it, they're dancers, they're models, the managers behind it make a very good sound, you know, and they could make the sound very good, but the stand-ups always give heart and soul because we're doing our own material, most of us, 90% of us, I think. And so if they want to know have someone with a point of view on life, then comedians, you can't fake comedy. You can't say, give him a good haircut and he'll be really funny. It doesn't work. You can't, no model can be a stand-up.
So
unless they're a funny model.
It's authenticity.
It is heart and soul and mind and opinions, and you may not agree with them, but it is real. And people want real in the third millennium. They want it in the politicians, in businesses, they want it in entertainment as well.
We keep it real here as well, but we are about to have a commercial break.
So let's say buy all these things.
Yes, stick around, we're going to be back with more Eddie Izzard in a moment. Don't go away.
Eddie Izzard is at the desk with us tonight. We just saw their Bond is back. Have you ever been asked to be in a Bond film? Would you want to be James Bond?
No, I don't. I'm not in the line to be James Bond. You know, I actually want to do action movies, but they won't let me, so I run 43 marathons, and I'll do my own action movie.
Tell me about that. 43 marathons in 51 days. Are you crazy?
No, but it's a pretty good audition. Since then, I've done Treasure Island, and the director said, you know, because I have basic Treasure Island, Long John Silver has to go around on one leg with a crutch, and it was a very 1700s type crutch, very basic crutch that I had to go around on in sand. So, but I had the stamina to do it because I could run all these marathons. But it's just that I think we're all designed. We can all do way more than we think we could do. We're hunter-gatherers. 5 million years of development for hunter-gatherers, 5,000 years of slowing down, putting on sandals, eating cream buns.
But one marathon a year is like a great achievement. 43 in 51 days is madness.
Well, good madness, though. When I did 2 in 2 days, I did think, actually, I could stop now and I could dine out forever. Yes, 2 at once. I did 2 in 2 days. But then I was immediately on to the third one. And you could never celebrate the one before. It was a bit surreal. After 15, it was surreal. And no one would believe me. I was running all around the UK, from capital of England to capital of Wales to the capital of Northern Ireland to capital of Scotland and back. And no, people just wouldn't believe that it would happen.
To be honest, I don't believe it.
We're very happy that you stand still long enough to do some shows here in Australia. The show is called Stripped. All the details are on our website. The DVD for Stripped is out November 23rd. Please thank Eddie Izzard.